Hey folks, Steve here. How you doing? Cordless tools and cordless batteries. I count myself lucky and blessed that I am almost completely cordless by now. Just the two big tools have cords, miter box, table saw. I have a 4x24 belt sander up here, and I know they now have cordless belt sanders, so I could replace that. But man, when I need to belt sand, I love the power of that thing. You know, I love it, and it has a really long cord. And in the trailer currently, I also have a corded router, and I have a matching router in the house that's also corded, but I have a lot of corded tools in the house at this point because they left this trailer. And so everything else is cordless, and I am very, very blessed for that. So what do I have? I'm not going to, I won't parade all the tools out. I will, however, make a video at some point where I'm going to pull every cordless tool I have, get it all out, and that'll allow me to do a couple of things. Well, why would you want to film that? And why you want to post it? And why would I want to look at it? I have no idea why you'd want to look at it, but I know I'd want to film it and post it. Posting it, it's content. Someone might like it, but by doing it, I have a video record of my tools, and that's really good for insurance claims if I ever have to have one. So why would I do it? That's exactly why I would do it. And then it becomes content also at that point. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. Okay, so what do I have in this trailer? Well, right now I have only two 12-volt tools. All of this is DeWalt, and I have two 12-volt tools. It's an impact driver and a drill. The drill is not a hammer drill. Ordered them up through Amazon, got them in, ordered 3 batteries. 2 of the small 2-amp hour, and then a 6-amp hour battery in the 12-volt line. They do charge on all of my regular DeWalt chargers, so that's okay. I'm still 1 battery charger platform, but I am a 3 battery platform kind of guy. Everything else, though, is either 20 volt or 60 volt. I have 34 20-volt tools. One is a circular saw that has been promoted inside to my home workshop, and that's where that'll live. I replaced it recently with the circular saw, which is it's the same thing. It's just brand new. It's a 6.5-inch blade left, brushless. The other one was brushed, so it's kind of an update. But anyway, so one in there. Looking right at it, I have my laser level kit, so it takes a 20 volt. I have my radio. Radio sits right here. I have 2 the tower job site lights, but beyond that, everything else as far as 20 volt live in this set of cubbies right here. My 60 volt tools, I have only 6 of them. A blower sits right down there, grinder, track saw, D-handled rafter saw, mixing drill, one of those high torque mixing drills lives right in there, and then you can see this sticking out. This is a joist drill. If I hopefully I counted 6. And so I have those. Now in this trailer, whenever possible, I keep my batteries on my tools. I have not had any problem with that, with discharge or anything. And someone pointed out, hey, Spence, safety. You go to grab a tool, it has a battery on it, and now you're pulling the trigger and the thing's going, and you could be injured, you could hurt something in the trailer. I get that. That's a good idea. But I'm the only one coming in, and if I make that mistake, it's on me. But otherwise, I keep batteries on tools. I do not have enough 60 volt batteries to go on all of my 60 volt tools. So ideally, I need one to have a battery on each. Ideally, though, I would like to have 3, so I could then put everything on a tool and have 2 extra fully charged ready to go. So that would be the idea. I've already talked about the 12 volt. For the 20 volt, which is pretty much everything else in here, everything has a battery with the exception of right angle drill, one of those tall thin ones, and it's so tall that I can put it in the lower cubby. I can slide it all the way to the back. However, if I put a battery on it, it doesn't fit. And otherwise, it's a small tool that would take up an entire cubby, and I'm maxed out. I don't have any other room. So I need to keep an impact wrench in front of it right here, and I just simply have the battery that would go on it right there. All right, but I have been blessed. So not only do I have everything in here with a battery on it, with set exceptions, but I also have this. These are all of my extra batteries. Now, I really can't count these because they can go on tools. Like, for instance, this could go up here with that joist drill, and this could go here with that rafter saw. If I did that, then the 60 volts are done. I no longer have any additional 60 volts. Track saw is good, however, I do not have an extra one to go onto the grinder, so that would be the tool that's missing one, okay? Otherwise, get those off before they fall down and hit me. I have been blessed with this. So these are all unaccounted for, my extra batteries in my 20-volt line. I like the 2 amp hour, not that I use a lot of those, but these work very well when I am doing something with drywall, either the drywall gun or the drywall trimmer, which is in the back. And I like 2 amp hour or 3 amp hour on the sanders. That's what I really appreciate. I do occasionally run a 2 amp hour on that small pin nailer as well. Otherwise, though, I'm running larger batteries. So I do like having 1 or 2 of these small extra batteries. I obviously have 1. Then I have a couple of 5 amp hours. And these are a really nice size, lightweight, but they have a long run time. I am a big fan of the Whateleys. I've seen a lot of people test these things, and they test out very, very well. As far as a knockoff battery, if you will, for the DeWalt system, they test out and they seem to be head and shoulders above anything else that is comparable to an actual DeWalt battery, but yet is like half the but yet is half the cost of a DeWalt battery. And so I have probably half of all of my batteries are Whately at this point, but most of them you're going to see are on tools, like right there. That's on a tool. So here you go. And I do have an extra 8 amp hour. These being 6 and that one being 8. I only run the 8 amp hours on my column job site lights. So if you look down there, you can see that there are 2 batteries already in there. Both of those batteries are 8 amp hour batteries. My first 8 amp hour battery, because I would have never purchased one on my own, my first 8 amp hour battery came with this saw right here, which is a 7 1/4 circular blade, right? That was a kit that had the 8 amp hour in it, a fast charger, the saw, $200 at Lowe's 2 years ago. My buddy, we had a partnership at the time doing construction, and he saw the deal, wanted one, bought it, and went back to get an additional battery, and they had restocked the kits at the same price, and he bought a second kit, gave me the second kit. Technically, I paid for it because we split profits 50-50, so by him buying 2 kits, we just basically bought ourselves some tools, but hey, what the hell. So anyway, that's what it came for. Now with this one, I simply run a 5 or 6 amp hour on this thing. I don't need the 8 amp hour, but the 8 amp hour works very well on those job site lights because they really do take a lot of juice when you're running them at full LED. But I managed to get an extra one. Now, the quick story on that, and I don't know if I ever posted this as a video, but I found this deal, and be careful of deals, right? I found this deal where I could buy a 2-pack of 8 amp hour batteries. Literally, this is one of them. It says DeWalt on there. It's not a knockoff. Read the bottom. It's all identical. 2 of them, $140. One battery typically went $180. On sale, maybe you could have found it at $140 once in a while. But I only had 1 8 amp hour, and I saw this deal for 2, and I'm like, oh, gotta have it. So I went ahead and bought them, got them in. They charged up. They've been working. I run them only on those job site lights, but they work. Yeah. Then I get an email from Amazon. Hey, you are one of those who bought these batteries. You should not use them because we cannot confirm they are truly DeWalt batteries. They may be, like in whatever their language was, a knockoff that could potentially be dangerous. So I've been very careful with those batteries, and again, I only use them on the job site lights. And when I charge them, I'm always careful about that. But I've had good luck with them. So I found a deal. They've worked for me. I've gotten my money out of them, if nothing else. So, if they go down tomorrow, I'm still okay with that because, but wow, I knew I was gambling. So I've gotten lucky. I have extra batteries finally, and this has only come about probably the last 3 or 4 months that I've actually had more batteries than I have had tools. Now, because, hang on, let me put you up here. You okay? Yeah, you good? All right. Now, because I have had 34 for a long time now, because I haven't really had any new tools in probably over a year where I've added tools. I've replaced, but I haven't really added. So let's say I've had 34 tools for over a year, going all the way back, as I've added. And every one of those tools has always had a battery. And so I've had enough batteries on all of my tools to literally store them with tools. So technically, if I grab 1 or 2 tools and I take all the batteries off of everything else, I have always had a ton of extra batteries. And I know this. However, because all of my batteries are on tools, I don't see that I have extras. I simply see that I have tools. And so for me, the quest to actually have batteries that have been kicking around in my battery cabinet over there with no tool to go on has been a quest. And so on occasion, when we have a little bit extra money, I'm thinking, okay, hey, how about another couple of Whateleys? So I'll order a couple of Whateleys in. On occasion, if I'm feeling really randy, I'll order a DeWalt in. I'll get only one DeWalt though, but you know, I can get a couple of Whateleys. So I've been doing this, and finally now I have extras, and you just saw what I had. So very privileged, very blessed to be able to be in this spot right now, and very thankful for that. And oh, last word on battery life. I have only lost 3 batteries in the course of the entire time that I've been doing battery tools. I've only lost 3 batteries that I couldn't get back, and I had to kind of recycle, throw them away, recycle them. And one of them was a 60 volt flex. That one hurt because that was a $250, but it was outside the warranty. Nothing I could do could get that thing to charge again. So eventually it went to the recycle bin at the transfer station, and I ordered one in. And so I had an extra. Well, I just replaced it. And I lost 2 of the Whateleys. Now, because the Whateleys are half the price of a DeWalt, I can afford to lose 2 Whateleys. And I lost them one year, and then the next year I lost another one. They just stopped charging. So with that, I am still very happy with the Whateleys. I've watched a lot of videos on them, and they always test well against DeWalt. And I'm okay because their price point, you know, how much they cost. If I lose 1 or 2 occasionally, I'm okay with that because they have done me very, very well. I like their runtime. I like the power that they deliver. They're fine, and half the price of the DeWalt. I'll continue to buy DeWalt because I like to have DeWalt batteries. It looks good with the tool. When they match, great. But otherwise, I will buy DeWalt, and I'll keep it probably 50-50, 50-50 Whateley, and do the actual factory DeWalt batteries. Well, eventually, the plan is probably a couple of more 6 amp hour, a couple of more 6 amp hour DeWalt, a couple of more 2 amp hour DeWalt, and then I would like to get at least 3, no more than 3 maybe, but 3 60 volt flex, probably 9 amp hour, maybe 1 12 amp hour. And if I could do that, then I believe I would have as complete a battery system as I would possibly need. Hey folks, thank you very much for sticking with me. I really appreciate your time and attention. Hopefully you were entertained, if nothing else, right? So, you take care. Have a great day, because I know you deserve it. If you would like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. It's free to you, and it helps me out. Channel's growing, and I have you all to thank for that. Y'all take care, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye. Hey folks, thought just occurred to me. So I just got done shooting that video on batteries, which is what you just watched. And I can already hear just a few comments. And you get that one negative Nelly. And that negative Nelly talks about, hey, I'm going to go over here. Just a second. Okay, rearmed the security system. And that negative Nelly is going to say, why in the world would you have so many batteries? Why? And you want more? Good Lord, man. All right, you know, I agree with you. I don't need that many batteries. I want that many. I don't need that many. Hang on. Smell of wood smoke. I like that. Oh, here's that one tool that made its way into my home workshop. When I get this stuff cleaned out, that tool will find a home in there somewhere. So, just to allay the fears of those negative Nellies, or negative Ned, I'm not sexist here. I could, and I know people that do, run that trailer with all the tools that I mentioned, and maybe even more tools, that they could run that with probably no more than 6 batteries. And they could all be the same size, amp hour batteries, or, you know, have the gambit. And they could do everything they need to do on a job site with those 6 batteries and all of those tools, knowing that that's their complement of batteries. I understand this, and I know that you can run a job site just like that. I know people that have, and there are videos of people that do. So, why so many batteries? Because, honestly, I enjoy grabbing a tool, throwing it in a bag, or walking out to a job site, and it is ready to go. Oh, side note. So I'm like ADHD. The new saw, the equivalent of this one that I just bought, also has a light on it. This one never had like an LED. That one actually has a light. Okay, back to the batteries. I just enjoy having a battery on every single tool. I like to be able to grab the tool and walk, and it's ready to go. I like having the extra batteries now because then I can grab the tool, throw it in a bag, know it's ready to go, and I can grab 2 off the shelf, and I'm good. Okay, I'm good. There you have it. If I grab the radio, I have an even extra battery if I'm running the radio on shore power. So I appreciate that. It is a luxury. I understand that. It's a luxury. It's excess. I get all that, but I like it. I like it. And that's why I want to have even more batteries. Now, not to the point of where I have 100 of them, but I'm thinking if I could complement with probably about 7 more purchases and without any other batteries going down, that would be the maximum I would ever want or need, and it would be everything that I'd be looking for to be what I would call fully outfitted. All right, well, so negative Nellies, yes, you can do it with 6 batteries. Do I want to do it with 6 batteries? No. And I don't work with you, so I don't have to worry about your job flow, and you don't have to worry about my job flow. So it's just preference at that point. I do admire those people that really can go lean. I appreciate that. That is amazing. You want to use a power planer? Well, I can do it with a hand planer. And wow, it's even quieter with a hand planer. That's great. I would prefer to use the power planer, but that's just me. All right, well, hey, folks, just a little addendum there on those negative Nellies and why so many batteries, because I want to. You can do it with less. I want to do it with more. Y'all take care. Bye.